NFL live fantasy show here, brought to you by the original Hooters. The Fantasy Focus crew is back for the 2019 season. I'm Derek Tate, alongside my boys at the Chicago Hooters, Ryan Levy, Matty B. Boys, we're ready to get after it. How you doing over there in the Chi-Town?
Good morning. Great to be here with Bucky.
Feeling excellent. We're just opening the restaurant here. The accommodations have been seamless. Everything is working beautifully. We got speakers going. We're going to have a blast here today. But really, I'm just geeked up. I'm more curious to know what Antonio Brown is doing with his Sunday. Do you think he's fly fishing? Is he possibly hiking a mountain, or is he trying to freeze his feet off again? A lot of different options for the man.
A lot of different options. I tell you what would have capped off all that Antonio Brown drama is if he actually would have been active against the Pittsburgh Steelers later tonight as the Patriots were taking on the Steelers. But
that would have been awesome.
That would have been great, but unfortunately, that dream didn't come true. But we will go ahead and start off with some news while some folks are joining us on YouTube. Again, guys and gals that are joining us live on YouTube and wherever you're tuning in today, thank you again for all the support. We're so excited to be bringing you some more fantasy football live, answering your questions heading into the 2019 season. But guys, we'll start with the big news, and I'll throw it to you guys first on this. Antonio Brown, the bombshell and the craziness that's been going on over there in Oakland, finally came to an end. John Gruden, Mike Mayock, they let go of Antonio Brown, and then as of 4 p.m. yesterday, the Patriots scooped him up immediately to a one-year deal. So let's go ahead and take some of the fantasy fallout. We'll start with the Raiders pass catchers. Levy, I'll throw it to you first. What does this do to Tyrell Williams, Hunter Renfrow, and maybe even Darren Waller?
Yeah, I mean, I think it obviously increases all of their value. Not that I was crazy about them anyway, or the Raiders in general. I'm not a big Carr guy, but I think I particularly like Waller. I think he's got the most upside there. I mean, we know you're going to get with Williams. I don't think Williams is a true wide receiver one in any offense. You know, he needs someone to kind of bounce off of, in my opinion. So I do like Hunter Renfrow, though. I was drafting him anyway, and I just think he's going to see an uptick in targets now.
See, when I look at last year, and we can't always look at it like it's a vacuum scenario, right? You compare statistics and the overall offensive output from last year. You had Jared Cook, who was their leading receiver last year. So I have to think that when you have the ghost of Antonio Brown, who just doesn't even play a single down for the Oakland Raiders in probably the most tumultuous offseason I've ever seen, I look for them to revert back to the norm of last year. So I look for Darren Waller to have a substantial impact early on. I do think Tyrell Williams can supplant as a number one receiver in this league. I think he's not ever going to flash off the screen at you, but he is a solid receiver, and I think he receives a good uptick. But Hunter Renfrow is a guy that intrigues me, and I'm still on a wait-and-see basis with Hunter Renfrow.
Yeah, Hunter Renfrow, I'm staying away from him this week. I want to see how the target in fact, I don't want to, unless it's an emergency situation, I don't want to start any Oakland pass catchers this week. Maybe outside of Tyrell Williams or Darren Waller in a deeper league or something.
I'm going to start Darren Waller if I have him. And it's
yeah,
like if I'm looking at, do I start Mark Andrews or Darren Waller? That's a really tough question, but I think both answers can be correct tonight. And I know that's probably the most ridiculous thing, but we do have a few questions. Missa Mar, welcome back,
What's up,
my friend. Good to have the OG of the most OG in the house with Missa Mar. Here it is. I mean, we're kicking off football. We got a few questions here. We got one from Aidan Taber. I have Antonio Brown. First of all, what are your thoughts? Second, who do I start in his place? Emmanuel Sanders, Curtis Samuel, or Christian Kirk? It's between Kirk and Sanders for me, but I'm going to lean Emmanuel Sanders in week one.
To me, it's an easy Emmanuel Sanders.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going Sanders too.
It's one thing if we haven't seen Sanders all of the preseason, but we saw Sanders make an appearance and actually look pretty darn good. He looks healthy to me, which is crazy. I mean, speaking of Frank Gore, this guy might be the cyborg coming back from an Achilles injury from last season at his age, 30 plus. It's pretty damn impressive, guys. That's kind of cyborg-esque.
Listen, there's only one cyborg. Okay, Frank Gore plays for Buffalo.
Come on, he's a descendant.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that. All right, we don't just hand these away like they're Tic Tacs, buddy. You know, like the cyborg is a heralded term for these players.
What are your thoughts on Christian Kirk, though, against the Detroit Lions? That air raid offense finally making its debut with Kyler Murray under center, Cliff Kingsbury's NFL head coaching debut. What are your thoughts on Christian Kirk?
I'm waiting. Wait and see approach for me. I want to see it before I'm investing in this offense. I mean, except for David Johnson. I mean, you talked about Fitz this morning. We did have a conversation about Larry Fitzgerald this morning.
Yeah, we've been up since 5:30 a.m. talking fantasy football. So, I mean, I'm primed and ready to go. But Christian Kirk, I have too many question marks there with how that offense is going to shape up. I do still feel he has value as a flex guy, possibly a wide receiver 3 in a deeper league, because I do think the volume will be there. But I just, having not seen the full smorgasbord of their offense, I don't really know how to react to what we're going to see today.
I agree.
So that's in particular, that's exactly why I want to go with Emmanuel Sanders. Same thing with Curtis Samuel. He can pop a big play, and certainly that Rams-Panthers game does have potential for a shootout and high-scoring affair, but I'm still going to go with the volume with Emmanuel Sanders to start off the season.
Hey, we got B, the second YouTube commenter in history. Love having you back, B. We got, I dropped Austin Hooper for Tyrell Williams. Please tell me I won't regret this decision. OJ Howard is his starting tight end. You made the right decision, in my opinion. If you have OJ Howard, you're leveraging the explosive potential on a pass-heavy offense there with Tampa Bay. Your tight end is covered. With Tyrell Williams, you face a potential number 1 receiver for a team that, in my opinion, is lacking on the defensive end quite a bit, and they might be involved in quite a few shootouts. So I think you made the right choice, but I don't want to discredit Austin Hooper because I love the talent there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not crazy about dropping Hooper, but if you have Howard, you know, there's no reason to keep Hooper on your roster. I do like picking up Williams. I think he's a good guy to add right now, obviously. But this is why I don't draft 2 tight ends or 2 quarterbacks, because I see a lot of these type of questions. But, you know, you're in a situation where you almost don't have a choice unless there's someone else you can drop. I don't know the rest of your roster, but Tater, any thoughts on dropping Hooper?
No, if you already have OJ Howard, there's no reason to worry about Austin Hooper. I mean, you probably took Howard as the 4th tight end, 5th tight end off the board. So if you took him that high, then roll with him. Believe in him. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having Hooper as you know, a stash bait or, you know, kind of streaming option at tight end, but you got a guy that has top 5 potential in OJ Howard and Tyrell Williams, who now, and I disagreed with what you said earlier, Levy. I don't think Tyrell Williams necessarily needed someone to bounce some of the attention off of him. I thought he was pretty damn productive that year that Keenan Allen went down in game number 1 of I think it was the 2016 season, if I'm not mistaken. I thought that they had a pretty damn good year as the lead option. So I'm going to go ahead and be fine with – I want to stash Tyrell Williams. He has more value than Austin Hooper, than a backup tight end on your roster.
That's fair. We got tons of questions coming in, Tate. I'm going to have you do your best to keep up.
I am. I'm going to go ahead and say Midwest Sports said, yo, what's up? What's up, Midwest Sports?
Hey, pal.
And Chris, yo. Yo,
no, that's a yo.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I can't
yow.
read. Hey, yo, Aidan. I ain't so comfortable as neither. Missa Mar, he already said, what up, boys? All right, BG. First off, we got to give BG a big shout out. Didn't sink in that today was kickoff until I saw you boys. That is the best line that you can possibly have. We got to screenshot that and put that on the IG.
Thank you, BG.
Missa Mar, Philly Riv piece against the Colts or Kirk Cousins against the Falcons. Mind you, I have Thielen in the wide receiver 2 spot. No other Chargers on my team. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and jump in real quick. I think this is Kirk Cousins easily in a landslide. Nothing against P. Riv and the boys. I know he's loaded up with all kinds of pass catchers there. But this Falcons defense gave up more fantasy points to opposing quarterbacks than any other team in the NFL last season. And I know that they had some injuries with Keanu O'Neal and a couple other injuries on the defensive side of the football. But I think if there's a game that during the Sunday slate that could be high scoring, I think it is going to be the Falcons and Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
I'm rolling with Cousins.
I'm going Cousins all day in this situation. I expect this to be a very high-scoring game. I love Ryan and Cousins in this game. So
Missa Mar, I've never heard of Philly Riv piece. So I don't think he has any sort of addiction issues that are up in the air. I mean, I think he's quite religious, to be honest with you. And I think he probably takes 0 pills. So I'm going to say Philly Riv piece for the win today, going up against the Colts simply because the misnomer of Philly Riv piece.
Wow.
Yep.
So Bucky's going against the grain here.
I'm on Phil Riv piece.
All right.
You got to have some conjecture here.
All right, so we got Ryan B. What's up, Ryan B? DJ Moore, Landry, Ridley, Damien Williams, Pollard, or Coleman. It's a lot of options. We got to pick two. If I'm going with those options, I'm going with Damien Williams. I mean, Shady McCoy just got there. I don't know if he's going to even see more than 10 total touches this week. I know it's a tough Jacksonville defense, but if you took Damien Williams, you likely invested a third-round pick at a minimum on him, maybe fourth if you drafted late. So I'm going to go Damien Williams. I'm going to go Tevin Coleman, if that's who we're talking about. If it's another Coleman, please correct us down in the comment section. But if it's Tevin Coleman, I'm going Damien Williams and Tevin Coleman.
I agree 100% with this. I mean, I lean towards the two running backs in this situation. So
I do as well. I actually like Tevin Coleman more than I like Damien Williams.
Me too.
Week. So my echelon here would be Tevin Coleman number one, and I kind of lean towards DJ Moore as well.
Now, Aidan Taber, I'm going to go ahead and censor ourselves. When anybody throws that little special F word in the comment section, we're just going to replace it with bucked. Because we got Bucky over there as one of our hosts of Fantasy Focus.
Yeah,
so Aidan Taber got bucked in the draft with tight end, so I ended up with Jordan Reed, dropped him for Darren Waller. I think that's really the best case scenario that you could have ended up with, given that you drafted and were riding with Jordan Reed heading into the year. What are your thoughts?
I love Darren Waller. I would make this move every day.
I just like jovial people and guys with a story. I like Darren Waller's story, and I like a good redemption song. Shout out Bob Marley.
That's a great song.
So I'm in.
All right, we got Abe Balyan. Did I say that correctly? What do you, if you want to take a crack at it?
Balyan. Yeah.
All right, Cam Newton or Jared Goff today? They're facing off against each other.
Goff.
Oh man, this is tough.
Cam Newton's still banged up a little bit.
No, give me Cam Newton.
He's all bucked up.
No, give me Cam Newton. And the reason is he has Christian McCaffrey on his side piece. So I will take a guy who has Christian McCaffrey, who in my opinion is the best player in the league in terms of fantasy. Their offense should do well today. It's a tough Rams defense, make no doubt about it. But if you're going in the same game, they're both playing in the same vacuum. I prefer Cam Newton to Jared Goff, simply for the rushing upside. But I think he is going to temper that rushing side of his game a little bit this year, just a little bit.
Well, if that's the case, then I'm going to go with Jared Goff. And the reason why I'm going to go with Goff, I mean, one, he just got a huge payday, right? And two, we don't know what Todd Gurley what his total touch count is going to be today. I mean, there's a reason why Gurley, who has been a perennial top, who was a top 3 pick last year, normally number 1 off the board in most cases in last year's fantasy drafts. We don't know what he's going to do, or his workload is going to be heading into the opening week of this NFL season. So if that's going to be the case, and you got Cooper Kupp coming back healthy, it looks like he's going to be a go for today. Of course, Bob Woods, Brandon Cooks. I'm going to roll with Jared Goff and having a new toy to play with also in Darrell Henderson.
Yeah, Tater, get on board.
That's fair. I don't mind being outvoted. I know deep in my head and my heart of hearts that I'm probably right and you're probably wrong.
Fine. All right, next question. Needs 2 in a PPR league. Juju, Diggs, Golladay, Josh Gordon, and Marvin Jones.
Oof. Good
By the way, I want to go ahead and say, Levy, that was rude. You got to introduce a new listener. Come on. Try it.
Apologies.
Take a crack at his name.
Alexander Rajotte.
No, it's Rajotte.
Rajotte?
It's Rajotte.
And Alexander, please give us some credit if I got that right. I'm fairly certain I did. I usually get all the names right, even those folks from Kenya. So, like, anything you throw at me, I can pronounce.
I'm going Diggs and Juju.
This one's tough for me. I'm going to go Juju and Golladay on this one, and only because I do feel that Golladay is going to end this game with 7 receptions, 70 yards. That's a 14-point minimum, in my opinion. So I'm going to go Golladay here. Diggs, you still have the contention from Thielen. Dalvin Cook is going to be very involved in the passing game. And I just kind of want to see how that Minnesota offense kind of pans out over the first couple of weeks.
See, for me, it's going to be Juju and Josh Gordon. And
well,
hold on. Listen, hear me out here.
I knew that was coming.
Hold on. Listen, here's my rationale. Kenny Golladay, I mean, we haven't seen what he really looks like as a number 1. And in fact, we got a little glimpse of it last year, and he was very volatile up and down. Last time I checked, Patrick Peterson still plays for the Arizona Cardinals, correct? So if Pat Pete is going to be locking up Kenny Golladay, Stephon Diggs also is dealing with a hamstring injury. So, I mean, it looks like he should be a go, but he was questionable heading into today with a hamstring injury. If that's the case, I'm going to roll with Josh Gordon. And, of course, Juju Smith-Schuster, given these two options.
I knew you were going to say Gordon, though.
I thought my rationale behind it wasn't just because it was Josh Gordon.
Another question, Tate. What now that the dust has settled, right, and we know what New England's passing core looks like or receiving core looks like, where do you have Gordon finishing statistically?
It's interesting because I don't know if Antonio Brown is going to buy into being a New England Patriot.
He better.
I agree if he wants to get paid.
4 weeks. Give him 4 weeks before he gets the boot. He gets the boot in 4 weeks. Look, man, when you see a duck out in the wild, okay, and this duck is quacking, right? The duck is quacking. It's got its big flipper feet, and it's just going through the pond and all that. It's a duck.
It's a duck. A duck's a duck.
A duck is a duck, and this guy is a duck. He's just out of his mind. I don't see him fitting in there, especially with Tom Brady in the locker room. Like, how is that going to work out?
He's going to have a Randy Moss-esque season.
I hope he does.
That would be awesome.
I think he's a great talent, and I love the guy. But he has just made so many dumb decisions over the last 6 months.
Maybe it was all a ploy to get to the Pats.
That would be this is like Inception on steroids at this point. Like, if we have a situation where he was conspiring to make his way to the Patriots by week 1, I guess he made his ploy work. So we'll see.
All right, let's move on.
Next question. Look out, Lafferty asks Tyler Locket or DJ Moore in a PPR. I'm going to go Tyler Locket. They're facing off against that Cincinnati Bengals defense. I don't like them whatsoever this year. Cincinnati feels like they're going to be a dumpster fire, and opening up at home in Seattle, Locket with no Doug Baldwin to contend. I mean, who is real? I mean, I love DK Metcalf, but I mean, he missed most of the preseason with an injury. So I don't know how involved he's really going to be to open the season. So that makes me feel very comfortable in starting Tyler Locket today.
I'm in on Locket all day here.
I'll go
Since
Locket.
his defense stinks.
I will go Locket.
It was pretty rough last year. So, all right. So we got another question from Alexander. Derrick Henry, Phillip Lindsay, or Damien Williams. Said he got Damien Williams really late. Slid a ton after the McCoy news. This week I'm going to go with Phil Linds. I like the matchup against the Oakland Raiders defense. So, I mean, if you want to go with Derrick Henry, that's fine. But in a PPR league, I like Lindsay.
I'm actually going to go Damien Williams in week 1. I don't know that LaShawn McCoy's had enough time to get fully acclimated into this offense.
I'm going with Phillip Lindsay here.
All right.
I'm going to agree with Tate. I think that they have the better option. And I also always love those late Monday night plays that you just have to stay up for to win your first game. That always feels really good.
And we got Missa Mar, half PPR, Sterling Shepard against the Cowboys, Bob Woods against the Panthers, or T.Y. Hilton against the Chargers. I'll let you guys tackle this one first. Kind of interesting that, you know, we didn't know if Sterling Shepard was going to be ready for the season. He looks like he's a go. So I'm going to go. Actually, I'll just jump in real quick. Bob Woods first. I'm going to go Bob Woods against the Panthers.
Yeah, if I'm a believer in Goff, I'm a believer in Bob Woods. So I'm going Bob Woods out of this trio as well. I think he's the best player, hands down.
Tate,
well,
you just
T.Y. Hilton's up there.
I know. I threw out an invitation and then I took it right back.
You did. You sent me on a damn merry-go-round over here, brother. Just trying my best. But I'm gonna actually say T.Y. Hilton here. T.Y. Hilton for the mere purpose that he likes to make a statement. And he has been one of the most under-heralded receivers in this league for a long time. I love T.Y. Hilton. He's an automatic start for me.
I mean, I'm a Hilton guy, but I'm still going Bob Woods in this situation.
But, okay, that's fair. My only bit of hesitation there is simply because I think the Rams are going to be in a little bit of a more defensive battle here. And the other point of this is simply that when we're dealing with a team like the Rams, I think they have so many options, and T.Y. Hilton is the legitimate best option for the Colts team. And I think Jacoby Brissett is fine. I think that you guys just have a little bit of, you guys are feeling a bit like they got cooties right now without old Andrew Luck's neckbeard.
Well, hold on. What about the fact that Bob Woods, I think he only had 2 games in a PPR format where he scored fewer than 12 points. I mean, you mentioned, they do have an assortment of options there. But I still believe that his consistency, his role in this offense is solidified.
I mean, he's Rude Boy Bob.
Rude Boy Bob.
Like, Rude Boy Bob is coming, and he's cashing checks, breaking necks.
You're selling Bucky over here, Tate.
I'm not sold.
All right, let's move on.
I'm going TY for the record there.
Standard format here. We need 2. Shout out to jesselb. Sanders, Kirk, Edelman, or Tyrell Williams. Needs 2 of those 4. Sanders, Kirk, Edelman, or Tyrell Williams.
Personally, I think that username may be jesselb.
jesselb, sorry.
Harking back to one of my old boys, Jessel Nieves. All right.
I like the beard on that avatar.
Agree.
Astonishing, really.
So I'm going to go Emmanuel Sanders and Julian Edelman.
Bucky.
I'm going to say the exact same.
Clean sweep for me.
Having looked at it, Edelman for me this week is just an automatic shoe-in. The only question mark there for me would be Williams, Kirk, or Sanders. I do feel that I prefer Sanders over the rest of the group right now until I see more out of Arizona and I understand what we're going to get out of that air raid offense, quote unquote.
We got to go ahead and thank Aidan Taber by censoring himself in the comment section. He got bucked with quarterbacks too, but there could definitely be some upside with Lamar Jackson or Kyler Murray. So I'll throw it to you. Who do you guys like between Kyler Murray and Lamar Jackson this week? Murray going against Detroit and Lamar Jackson going against Miami.
I'm still taking that wait and see approach with the Cardinals right now. So I'm kind of avoiding them in week 1, and maybe it's a mistake, but I'm a believer in Lamar Jackson this year in fantasy. So against Miami, I like them to cover today too. 6.5, 7 points, whatever the spread's at now. I got it at 5.5 earlier in the week, but I'm going Lamar Jackson. I think he has a big day today.
I'm going Lamar here too. I'm extremely high on his upside, especially for this matchup. I have too many question marks about Arizona. I'm going to sound like a broken record by the time we get done recording in 2 hours, but I feel like there's a bit too much that I don't know about that.
Okay.
Right now, I want to see how it all comes into fruition for that Arizona team before I put my flag down on the old Kyler Murray planet.
Yes.
I'll go real quick too. I'll go Lamar Jackson today. I mean, the Miami Dolphins. What's the one thing that the Baltimore Ravens did well when Jackson went under center? They ran the football. And last year, only the Arizona Cardinals gave up more yards on the ground than the Miami Dolphins. So I'm going to go with Lamar Jackson.
We're inching closer, boys. We got, 90 minutes till kickoff?
Yep, we're getting there, baby.
It's 98
90,
for the record.
97. All right, Danny Messi.
We're not counting.
What's up? Thanks for joining us again, man. Josh Jacobs or Chris Godwin? 0.15 rush, 0.20 receiving, half PPR.
Wait, what?
I don't know what that is.
Wait. I love doing live Q&As, but some of these league formats just ninja my brain.
Danny, can you just clarify what that means? Because I didn't want to do algebra or calculus today. Like, these are not things I had on the docket for this morning, and the brain just isn't prepared for it. I need just a breakdown whiteboard with lines, Pepe Sylvia somewhere in there. We'll figure it all out. But if I just had to choose in a half PPR between Josh Jacobs or Josh Gordon or Chris Godwin, I'm going to go with Chris Godwin today because I do feel that Jameis Winston is going to be slicing it up like their Swiss cheese out there.
I'm still going with the running back. I'm going with the running back. More guaranteed touches. I think he gets 15 to 20 easy in week 1. I'm going with the volume. Give me Josh Jacobs.
So 0.15 points for every rushing yard, 0.2 for every receiving yard. I'm definitely going Godwin then.
In the half PPR, I still want to go running back, but I do feel as if Chris Godwin's going to have himself a nice day. So I'm actually going to go with Godwin. I've trusted in Godwin the entire offseason, so I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I believe in him. I'm going to go with him week 1. So, by the way, guys, if you have not yet done so and you're joining us for the first time, go ahead and punch that subscribe button real quick. We do appreciate
that like button.
Support. So, of course. And Alexander, Cardinals are missing both of their top corners, including Patrick Peterson. Well, thank you for that update. Then that may change things a little bit when it comes to Kenny Golladay, but I'm still in that scenario. Then I would go Golladay over Josh Gordon. I would go back to Juju and Golladay for the two for the wide receivers that you asked earlier.
This is probably the best question we've received so far. Chris is at breakfast, needs a pick 2. Bacon and scrambled eggs or pancakes with side cup of fruit. Number 1, Chris, I just have a piece of advice for you here. We're not 13 anymore. scrambled eggs are for children. We go over, easy, or poached, brother. That's the only way that we do eggs. So I'm saying pancakes because I love pancakes quite a bit. Get a little blueberries, maybe a little chocolate chip in there. Side cup of fruit, perfect. What a great. The acidity kind of challenges me after a night of beer drinking, but I'll make it through.
Come on, a Sunday morning, it's bacon and scrambled eggs all damn day. To hell with the side cup of fruit. Hell no.
What is people? I need everyone to weigh in out there. If you're not eating an over easy egg, that seems like we're living in the past. The Scrambies have there's no texture, there's no substance to them. It's just a bowl of mush.
Not great.
You get a nice piece of
the way you describe it.
You get a nice piece of toast, and then you cut through that over easy. And you put your toast in that yolk. Oh my goodness!
Throw some cheese in there though with the scrambled eggs.
Some cheese in there.
I'm just saying.
All right, who we got next, Tater?
All right, Michael Gilmore. Who has a better shot of winning in a standard format? Okay, so we're going like projections here. Winston, Zeke, Chubb, Adams, Godwin, Jared Cook, Carry-On, Bucker, Chargers D versus Cam, Saquon, Damian Williams, Amari Cooper, Cooper Kupp, Ertz, Peyton, I'm assuming Barber, Rosas, and then Browns D. So I'm going to go with that collection of first players. I'm going to go, I like that lineup of Zeke, Chubb. Well, I guess Adams already played, though. So,
I'm going second one. I do love the Zeke Chubb combo, but
high on Carry-On today.
What did I just say about doing calculus on the live show?
Saquon, yeah, I'm going Saquon and Ertz, and I like Damian Williams too. I think he's gonna have a good game.
I can't even read all that right now.
Lafferty, Daniel, and Gilmore, Michael.
Happy.
Daniel Weiss, PPR, DJ Moore, Marlon Mack. Marlon Mack. I still think that the hate has slid too far on Mack. I think he's going to be fine. They're still committed to him as the lead dog in this this backfield, along with a solid offensive line up front. I'm going Marlon Mack.
Marlon Mack all day. The disrespect has gone too far.
They did solidify their offensive line.
Their line is great.
I just think he's going to have a good day.
Right.
Marlon Mack, I got him starting as my running back 2 in the league. Oh, Engel. Bucks, how are you feeling about your matchup in the podcast league? So we do have 2 separate head-to-head challenge podcast leagues that we have going, 14 teams each. Tate, Levy, and myself are in both. I am facing Engel, and Engel, this is looking like it is going to be a barn burner of a matchup. Sanders is tough to play, but I think you have to play Sanders. With Gordon out, I don't think we know exactly what to expect there. And looking at your lineup, that would be the person I have the most question marks on. Mohamed Sanu, he could be a guy that gets 14 points, or he could be a guy that gets 4 points. So the volatility is real. But then you look at my lineup, I'm starting Rashad Penny as my flex option. I have no idea what to expect there. Absolutely none. Except
I'm excited to see it.
I am simply leveraging the fact that I think Seattle is going to run the ball a lot. And Rashad Penny should certainly have a big role in that. So I think I win, clearly. Doing a live show right now, and you're asking me a question. So I'm going to say I win, and but I hope that it's a fair game. I'm going to send you a taunt right now. Boom, live taunt.
Sleeper app.
Yeah, by the way, go to the Sleeper app. That app rules. So we're going to Alexander again, the Bills fan. That is AKA Bucky, my friend. If you're tuning in for the first time, thank you again for joining us, Alexander. This is by far the closest to getting his name right.
Yeah,
not a shocker.
I'm a namesmith, sir.
You are a namesmith.
But as a Jets fan, I really can't wait for this Bills-Jets game. I'm geeked up about this game. I don't know. I think Bills win because I'm a Bills fan. And I think I win every one of my fantasy matchups. Some might call me a problematic optimist, but I like to just think of myself as the next Nostradamus. Bills win 30-20. Very
we got shout out Damo, baby.
What up,
Damo in the house. Dak or Cam? Give me Dak today. I think Dak has a big old game.
I'm going Dak reluctantly.
I'm going to go Cam Newton. Cam Newton over Dak.
The injury. I'm nervous.
I'm not high. I'm just not super high on Dak, but I mean, like you said, the injury could kind of even the playing field a little bit, but I'm going to go with Cam.
All right, we got that one.
Danny Messi.
Super. Wow. It's 0.2 for every receiving yard and 0.15 for every rushing yard. That's interesting.
We'd already answered it. Danny, you're rolling with Godwin because Bucky told you so.
Nah. Go with the running back, man. Go with the running back. All right, Sherman. Thanks for joining us. Julio or Mike Evans? That's tough. I'm going Julio. I think that's going to be a high-scoring game.
I'm going to go Mike Evans. I like the matchup a lot more against the San Francisco 49ers secondary as opposed to the Vikings secondary with Xavier Rhodes. I mean, it's tough to ever say sit Julio Jones, though. That just pains me.
Yeah, this must be a DFS question.
Okay. And then Aidan Taber, should I do Antonio Brown for Chris Godwin and Baker if I have Antonio? Baker Mayfield? Hell yes. I would do Chris Godwin and Baker. We have no idea what that role is going to be there in New England for Antonio Brown. I get that he's an incredibly productive player, but with all this bullshit that's been going on all offseason, Bucky already mentioned it. I don't know if he finishes the entire season as a Patriot.
Yeah, I'm doing that trade. I'm doing the trade, bottom line.
I'm getting rid of Antonio Brown as soon as possible, especially if I'm getting two very clinical finishers to take a soccer turn.
Love it, Bucks. Nathan, what's up, dude? Good morning. Need to plug in a wide receiver and a flex between Shepard, Justin Jackson, Josh Gordon, Williams, and Singletary. Ooh, this is interesting.
Standard league.
Standard league. I love this. So I think the first play here is Singletary. Obviously, I think in terms of upside, you have a guy who is in a team that we understand likes to run the football.
Yep.
And I feel like Singletary is going to get a fair shake at it. And secondly, I don't know where to go here. I know Tate's going to say Josh Gordon.
No, Justin Jackson.
Oh, you're really going to go double running back here?
No, you can't. He needs a wide receiver and a flex.
Yeah, wide receiver and a flex.
Crud. All right. Yeah. Well, I can't read. Sorry, Nate.
So Justin Jackson or Singletary is the real question there for you, Tate.
Singletary, and then I will go Josh Gordon.
Yeah, I'm going Josh Gordon as well. I'm close to saying I want to go Jackson over Singletary. I want to see Singletary.
I just want to see Singletary do his thing, man.
And I think Frank Gore is going to get a lot of carries.
I think that Sterling Shepard versus Josh Gordon is actually quite even. I feel like the Giants are going to be down and they're going to be throwing the ball. So I personally am going Sterling Shepard in this one.
Ooh, okay.
Daniel Weiss. So PPR, Miles Sanders or Devin Singletary. I'm going to go Devin Singletary. I do not trust. And first off, that Washington front with Jonathan Allen and Daron Payne, I don't want anything to do with that. I'm going to go ahead and definitely go with Devin Singletary. And I just don't trust the Philadelphia backfield. That thing has just perennially been a committee ever since Doug Peterson took over as head coach.
Agreed, Singletary.
Ja, what's up, dude?
Oh, what's up, baby? Yeah, Ja Andino. Tyrell Williams or Cortland Sutton? I'm going to go Tyrell Williams.
Tyrell Williams for me.
Yeah, give me Tyrell. I'll just agree with you guys on this one. I wish you didn't have that debate in your own league.
Yeah, that's a sad thing to realize on week one that your fantasy team is going to be this bad that you're debating between Tyrell Williams and Cortland Sutton.
Oh yeah, that's definitely the cherry on the diarrhea shake, without a doubt.
Damn, that's like a week 9 question. You know,
are they serving beer yet here?
Not yet. We're still.
Somebody get George a beer. Somebody get him a beer if he's making that choice week 1.
George, I'm gonna Uber eat you a beer, buddy.
Wow. Drop one from jesselb. Tyrell, Christian Kirk, or Tyrell Williams.
Drop one.
Drop one of your 2 Tyrell
He
Williams.
wants to drop Tyrell twice. He's so bad.
Get rid of one of the 2 Tyrells.
I'm dropping Kirk out of those 2.
Well,
I'm dropping Tyrell.
Oh, I'm going to drop Tyrell. I mean, yeah, I still am a believer in Christian Kirk. So drop Tyrell. One of the 2 Tyrells. Motivation. XD.
Like that's a 30 for 30, the 2 Tyrells one day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Best 1 p.m. defense. Oh, I have to go look at what the
Ravens
slate is. Is it, does Philly and Washington play at 1 p.m.?
I believe so.
Oh, then it's Philly all day.
Give me the Ravens.
I go with Philly. I trust Tate's football brain.
Mm.
In fact, I'll bet it right now.
Case Keenum. I don't trust Case Keenum.
Well,
Come on now.
right. He's sent from the space down to earth, crashing, creating craters. It's the whole scene is bad, but thankfully it landed somewhere in the Arizona desert.
Ryan N. Hopefully that's not a picture of your fantasy football team on your icon right there. It's not. Hopefully it's not a dumpster fire already. But LaShawn McCoy, how do we feel about him this season? Bucky, the Bills let him go. He's now in Kansas City with Andy.
Well,
Go to you first. What do you think of LaShawn?
So LaShawn McCoy, until I see what the makeup of this running back situation is in Kansas City, I feel like this is kind of the theme this year, right?
Wait and see approach.
We have like 4 or 5 teams where we just really don't know how the touches are going to shake out. So with LaShawn McCoy, he's on the wrong side of 30. Do we have a situation where they're just trying to get the last bit of hope out of LaShawn McCoy and he's just a spot player? Or is he truly going to have a solidified role as a number 2 running back or potentially splitting carries over the season? Because I just don't know right now.
I mean, they're saying he could be splitting carries. So, again, I just want to see it before I'm investing heavily in it. I only have a couple shares of Shady McCoy. So, I'm being cautiously optimistic.
I think he's going to have a role. I just think he's going to probably fall somewhere between running back 2-3 area, somewhere between like running back 20 and 35 this season. I think his production is going to be up and down unless he just takes this backfield by storm and completely plays Damien Williams off the field.
By the way, a lot of questions earlier on Darius Geis on Instagram. If any of you guys out there, we're not on Instagram Live right now. We're just on YouTube, but a lot of questions on Darius Geis. Adrian Peterson is out today. So
healthy scratch.
That is interesting. I'm going Darius Geis anywhere I can get him.
I don't like him week 1 against that Philadelphia front, though.
Yeah, but volume alone, you got to love that.
Oh, no, volume alone. Yeah, absolutely. But I'm just saying week 1, maybe not DFS week 1.
I'm staying away on DFS side.
Give it some time.
All right, from B, need 1 in a PPR flex. Marlon Mack, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins, or Tyrell Williams.
Mack attack.
I'm going Mack as well.
Yeah, give me Marlon Mack. He's going to pick up 3 or 4 receptions as well.
This one's interesting with Cam Newton versus the Rams and Lamar Jackson versus the Dolphins. Cam, I feel like, has the higher ceiling because that could be a shootout. I don't see it being a high-scoring game between Miami and Baltimore whatsoever. I see that being kind of a defensive shitfest. So that being said, I'm going to lean Cam Newton. But if you want a rushing floor, or if you want a floor, I guess I would go with Lamar Jackson, but I'm going to go with Cam Newton this week.
See, I'm going Lamar.
Lamar, give me the upside.
And I don't want to face Aaron Donald, period. So if I don't have to face Aaron Donald, I feel pretty good.
Ingles, glad we made the switch to Sleeper app.
Yeah, folks, if you haven't gone over, and we're not paid by Sleeper app, so this isn't like an
definitely
endorsement. We're just fanboying over Sleeper app. It's great. You get to send taunts. I just sent one to Ingle. It was great. It just said boom. So you can taunt your opponents. You get streaming news. It's all on a very handy app with win percentage predictions and whatnot.
I don't like the projections in terms of the win percentage, but whatever.
Oh, I'm with it.
Daniel,
I buy into all the hype. I read all the tabloids.
With AB. I think the Pats had a good chance of winning the Super Bowl without AB. So
the chances of winning the Super Bowl are less now with Antonio Brown than before.
You're crazy.
I mean, guys, it seems like they're in the AFC Championship game every year. It's just as good with or without AB.
Villarreal, what's up, dude? Thanks for joining us.
Welcome back.
One of my guys.
Wentz or Stafford? Wentz all day.
Yeah, Carson Wentz.
Don't even question that.
Yep.
Gotta love the crying Jordan emoji.
Marlon Mack here.
Meme or just the image. So Marlon Mack or Duke Johnson in a standard league.
Marlon Mack.
How do you say that name, Levy?
Orozco.
Yeah, Orozco.
Peter Orozco.
Orozco.
I'm
Good
going.
job, baby. Sound it out.
I'm going Marlon Mack.
I'm gonna go Mack too. In a
Mack
standard
attack.
league, I'll go Mack.
Mack attack is back.
Robbie in a PPR. AB's out, obviously, shifting to Phil Flex and his Steed. Singletary.
You said Steed in his stead.
Sorry.
My noble Steed.
Singletary, Will Fuller, or Sutton?
Singletary.
Yeah, give me Devin Singletary. Let me see what the little man can do. They call him Motor for a reason, Tater.
Yeah, I'll go Singletary.
Although I do like Will Fuller in a potential Watson, Fuller, D-Hop stack on Monday Night Football for DFS. I think that's going to be a high-scoring game between the Texans and the Saints.
Hey, when I answered that Diggs question, he was not out yet.
Oh, he's out. Sorry, Georgie boy. Yeah, I told you he was dealing with a hamstring injury, boys. Fire up your Adam Thielen.
Oh boy. Stephon, little injury problem there for young Stephon.
I don't have many shares of him.
I don't either. I stayed away.
Shoddy McThotty. Great user. Username.
That is good.
Mack, Breda, or Coleman. I'm going to go Marlon Mack.
I'm
gonna
going
go-
Coleman.
Yeah, I'm going Tevin Coleman here.
Coleman.
Are we really
Coleman.
convinced
The
that
Buccaneers
Coleman-
defense is terrible.
It's the Bucks D, man.
I don't know if I'm not convinced that their rush defense is going to be all that putrid.
See, here's the thing. If Shoddy McThotty did not have Matt Breda on his team, I highly doubt this is even a question between Coleman and Mack. It's the fact that he has two of the 49ers running backs, and it puts you in that situation where you start questioning, okay, which one of these two is going to outperform? I think Tevin Coleman is the lead back in San Francisco. I think Tevin Coleman has a great game against the Buccaneers.
Yeah, but I'm not 100% convinced that Coleman's going to out-touch Breda today. I don't know how that touch share is going to shape up. So that being the case, I'm going to go with Marlon Mack, who has the better offensive line.
All right. From Benson Tang. Right?
Yeah, Benson Tank.
He already has Connor and McDonald starting. Should I start Big Ben or Rivers?
Rivers. I don't like the triple stack, man. The triple stack, a double stack is always good, right? You get two patties, a little bit of cheese on there, double stack, good. Triple stack is just too much. Nobody needs three patties on a burger, right? And that's how I feel about the triple stack.
I'm going
in
triple
fantasy.
stack. Big Ben. I think it's going to be a shootout on Sunday Night Football. Let's go.
I disagree with the triple stack. I love getting the old triple Whopper at Burger King if I'm going to ever go and get some fast food, or at Wendy's. Just get that triple stack, baby. I love it. And I'm going to go with Big Ben over Rivers here.
All right. Tater.
All right, jesselb. We've got Emmanuel Sanders, Tyrell Williams, or Christian Kirk to drop. There we go. Drop on. So I'm going to go, if we're talking about who to start, I'm going with Emmanuel Sanders.
No, he said
drop on. Drop. Then I'm dropping Tyrell Williams. So
if you had to
dropping
start one,
Tyrell.
I would start Emmanuel Sanders too.
He's just trying to drop. He's got jesselb has got all of his cats are in line. We're ready to go. Get rid of
Starving.
Sanders.
I can't wait to get some wings in me.
dumbbell. That's how you pronounce it, correct? Kidding. I need two Diggs is out, so that's not an option. Sanders, Mike Williams, Breda, Derrick Henry, and Will Fuller, full point PPR. I'm starting Carson, Lindsey, and Julio. So I'm going to go Emmanuel Sanders and a full point PPR. I'm also going to go Breda. I don't trust Derrick Henry week 1.
I'm going Henry and Williams. Henry and Sanders.
Well,
I
Emmanuel.
like Williams a little bit, but
Emmanuel's in for me, and the only guy that I would start aside from Breda would be Mike Williams, I think, because I'm with you in that I don't really know what to expect out of D. Henry, full point PPR. I know that Breda has more upside receiving the football than a guy like Derrick Henry does. I always opt for a running back over a wide receiver here. Will Fuller, though, that's the intriguing piece that we need to talk about that I feel like we don't give enough love to.
I'm not a Will Fuller guy, man. He's always hurt.
But when Will Fuller is healthy, he's productive.
I know.
So,
I just don't start him.
yeah,
Don't draft him.
and also, did you guys see that Browns defensive unit just absolutely shellac the Buccaneers up front? I don't want Derrick Henry, who's not going to catch passes in a PPR format this week.
All right, fair enough.
So, Aidan Taber, thoughts on my running backs in a 12-man league? I think I did good. Well, let us be the judge. Christian McCaffrey, Carson, Aaron Jones, Miles Sanders, and Darrell Henderson. It's not bad in a 12-man league. Got to applaud it as well.
I think Aaron Jones is going to be fine.
Yeah, this one game.
Tough
against
matchup in week 1.
The best rush defense in the league. So I think you did just fine. It's really pending on whether or not Miles Sanders pans out.
Pat on the back, Aidan Taber. And James Villarreal going with Lamar over Cam.
Love it.
All right, I'm standing alone with Cam, I guess.
Thank you.
All right.
Williams, easy there.
Yeah, Diggs is out. So, Benson, that makes your decision pretty easy. Missa Mar, he's got one more for us. I don't believe you at all, Missa. We've got like an hour plus left in the show. So, Dalvin Cook, Fournette, Thielen, Wood starting. I have Carry-On in the flex right now, but I'm tinkering between Hilton, Shepard, James White, Emmanuel Sanders, Will Fuller to be in my flex. Let me take this one, or at least let me start. Carry-On Johnson facing off against the Arizona Cardinals. They gave up more. They allowed the most rushing yards in the NFL last year. No Theo Riddick. That man has caught 50-plus passes each of the last 4 seasons with the Lions. He's no longer on the roster. This is if Carry-On is going to get off to a fast start this year, he's going to do it in week 1 against the Cardinals.
Yeah, keep it as is.
Don't tinker. So, yeah.
Wait a second. We might have got some false information in the chat there because old sleeper apps telling me Diggs will be active today.
Dude, what the hell is George Andino doing then? I thought he was a reliable source. He's sitting here feeding us false information in our damn chat. That's awful, George.
Yeah,
That's awful.
You gotta sort through the noise, and you gotta maintain a good path.
You just gotta count on the sleeper. I don't know why I listened in the chat here.
For the record, I never commented on Stephon Diggs' injury. This is this guy over here.
No, that wasn't me.
Jeez. All right. Well, I mean, if that's the case, then Benson, then I would go Diggs over Mike Williams.
Yeah,
I do
going to Diggs all day.
Game between the Vikings.
He's good. He's playing. He's good. A Braun or Waller?
We're still calling him a Braun.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm going with Darren Waller here simply because I've said it, probably said it 40 minutes ago or so. I just trust in the tight end in the Oakland offense.
I'm going to go Eric Ebron. Guys, I mean, we people are overreacting. I know that I expect that there's going to be some regression in session to Ebron's numbers from last season, especially with no Andrew Luck, and he's not going to score 14 total touchdowns again. But I think, again, the hate has gone a little bit too far. I know that they have some good tight end depth there in Indianapolis, but I still think it's Eric Ebron for week 1.
Got one on Instagram here on the DMs from Joe. Geis or Freeman?
Give me Devonta Freeman here.
Yeah, Devonta Freeman.
All right, I'm going Geis this week with AP out.
You're not going to go with Freeman?
Nah.
You didn't answer the question.
Against the Vikings?
You didn't answer Eric Ebron or Darren Waller.
I'll go Waller. I'm going upside.
Upside.
I think Jack Doyle's going to have a huge game.
Okay, and
Sorry, I got sidetracked by that question.
No, it's fine, but I mean, I really want to focus on that question. Darius Geis versus Devonta Freeman. I mean, you're talking about the Vikings defense. You're completely overlooking Philadelphia's defense. And I see Case Keenum under center as opposed to Matt Ryan. I think the scoring opportunities are going to be way more in the, way more plentiful for the Atlanta Falcons. So I think that's crazy to start Geis this week over Freeman.
I agree.
All right.
All right.
Thankfully, I don't have to make that decision.
Good point. So JJ Otto, should I start T.Y. Hilton this week? I mean, depending on what your options are, but in a vacuum, yeah, I still think that he's going to be a low-end wide receiver too this year.
I don't think there's any. I have no concern for T.Y. Hilton.
Yeah,
None.
I'm in. I mean, you got him in the 5th, 6th round after the Luck retirement news. So
all right, so it's a valid question, right? Do I start him? But
Depends
here's
who you have,
one
obviously.
thing. If he's playing against Houston, you start him.
Yeah.
Every time. The guy eats off of Houston.
Missa Mar, speaking of Ebron, do you like him or Njoku today?
Okay, so we got more. Sorry, Missa, we'll get to you for your third to last question because I'm sure there's at least 3 more, which is great. We love all the interaction. But just don't call it too early that it's your last question, bud. You never want to call it too early.
Right.
Should I start T.Y. Hilton this week for J.J. Otto? It's him, Corey Davis, or Marquise Brown. Yes, it's T.Y. Hilton for me over Davis and Marquise Brown.
Yeah, I don't know what Marquise Brown's snap count is going to be today. I don't want to mess with that. I want to sit him on my bench and see what his involvement is in the offense. And Corey Davis, as long as Mariota's under center, that guy's going to be a headache. I trust Brissett just as much, if not more so, than Mariota pulling the trigger. So definitely T.Y. Hilton.
I agree.
All right, I'm going live on the Instagram too. Get some more questions. LeBron or Njoku?
Oh, I'm going with Njoku here. I just think Jack Doyle plays such a better role in that Colts offense, and with Jacoby Brissett, they have a partnership there, right? They could have a law firm, Doyle and Brissett. It would be quite profitable. A lot of seam routes. They've been navigating the litigation routes quite successfully, in my opinion. So I look for long-term success there out of Jack Doyle. Ebron is an explosive player, but as easy as the guy can have a 17-point game, he can have a 2-point game.
I'm going Njoku. Tater?
I'm going Ebron. I liked what I saw when Brissett was tossing the rock around and got some preseason action, and he found both of his tight ends on one of the I forget which game it was in the preseason, but he actually tossed a tutty to Eric Ebron. And found him twice on that same drive. I just think that everybody's overreacting to the regression is in session for your boy Ebron.
Oh, I mean, you could have got him in the last round of the last week of the NFL season.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit too much. The hate's gone a little bit too far in the other direction.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Phil Carberry. God, great name.
What's up,
Pick
Phil?
you, PPR, Josh Gordon, Brandon Cooks, or Tyler Locket. As much as I like Josh Gordon, I'm going to go Brandon Cooks and Tyler Locket here.
Agreed.
Wow, I'm surprised to hear you say that, Tate.
I mean, come on. Look, I love Josh Gordon. I love that he's back. And, as a person, I'm glad that he's conquering some of those demons. I mean, dealing with the issues that he's been dealing with. But come on, Brandon Cooks had a great season last year. And Tyler Locket is really the only reliable pass catcher that we know what his role is going to be in that Seattle offense. I think it's a pretty easy one.
Completely agree, Tate. And you know what? I actually commend you for finally stepping off your fanboy podium and acknowledging that a player like Josh Gordon doesn't always have to start or doesn't have to be on a dynasty roster despite not playing for 6 years.
That was the easy choice for me too. I'm sitting Gordon of those three.
For those of you out there that don't know, Derek Tate's love for Josh Gordon knows no boundaries. This guy
Confirmed.
Has held on to him through thick and thin. And at this point, if we don't have a Hall of Fame performance out of Josh Gordon today, I'm worried about Tate. So make sure that you tweet him, you text him, you hit him on Facebook, and let's just make sure he's still there after Josh Gordon's disappointing day today. But I want to commend you. I just want to commend you for your efforts of becoming less of a fanboy and more of an analyst.
Hold on. What I am is I'm a loyal fantasy owner. And Bucky, thank you so much for giving me the props that I deserve. I've stuck with Josh Gordon through thick and thin. Baby.
I don't know if I'd call it props, but I gave you something there.
Yeah. TX Eagles. Thanks for joining us today. Tyler Boyd, Larry Fitz, or Dede Westbrook. Dede Westbrook's an interesting one there, fellas, in the flex spot in his PPR league. I'm going to still go Tyler Boyd, but damn, is it a little interesting, and I want to go Dede Westbrook.
Dede really intrigues me. I'm gonna say this, TX Eagles, Dede Westbrook for me. I have too many question marks about Tyler Boyd fulfilling the role of the number one receiver. I want to roll the dice on Dede Westbrook.
Okay, I mean, the number one, you preface it with the number one role there, but I still thought that Tyler Boyd looked okay when AJ Green was injured last year.
I'm going Tyler Boyd. All right, let me get to a couple of these on Instagram real quick before we continue down the line. This one's interesting from Ricky Sen Nudos. What up, Officer Dick?
Buggy Ben.
Christian Kirk or Alshon? I'm going Alshon.
Give me Christian Kirk here.
I'm gonna go Kirk too.
Yeah.
Wow, 2 Kirks, 1 Alshon.
Yeah.
Alshon all day, dude. Kirk stinks. I'm just kidding. He doesn't stink. Here's a good one. Chick-fil-A or In-N-Out Burger? Tate.
I've never had In-N-Out Burger.
Tate lived in California for a month and didn't have it. That's sad.
How is that even possible?
I'm still going Chick-fil-A, man.
I never came across one. I don't know.
See, I'm going for In-N-Out Burger. I mean, I just prefer a burger to Chick-fil-A.
Ooh, Coleman or Carry On?
Honestly, the only place where you should go for chicken is Hooters.
Yeah,
so,
true.
I mean, it's an automatic sit Chick-fil-A, start a burger.
Wow. Okay. Coleman or Carry On?
Carry On Johnson.
Carry On Johnson for me too.
Bucky?
Mm.
Oh, I knew Bucky didn't answer there because he was thinking.
I'm going to go Coleman. Give me Tevin Coleman.
Coleman over Carry-On for Buck.
Yep. I'm high on him this week, guys. Until I see the Buccaneers defense not look like the way my head feels on a Sunday afternoon after watching every football game and drinking copious amounts of beers, until I see that, I can't put full faith into it.
We got 4 minutes so we can order beer here.
Wow, that's great news.
I'm starving. I think I'm going 007 wings today.
What's depressing is I'm going to have to do highlights on the Buccaneers' probably demise later today on MI News 26 and Newsnet. By the way, if you guys, I am excited to tell you guys I did get a sports anchor position, and that's why I'm up here in Cadillac, Michigan, and not with my boys down there in the Chicago Hooters. So
yes,
excited to tell you guys that.
Let's just talk about the environment right now. I'm looking around. This place is geared up for NFL Sunday, right?
Yeah, every TV has what game is going to be on, like on the DirecTV screen.
First off, there's not a square inch of real estate in here that isn't a beautiful flat screen television. And it's just a wonderful environment in here. And I want to thank the fine folks for helping us get set up this morning.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, all season long, we have Hooters to thank because last year our boy Brian Grafone, who was tuning into the show, gave us an opportunity to do a live show down there at the St. Pete Hooters. So thank you so much to Hooters for allowing us to be able to bring you this live show.
All right, JJ Auto. What do you have here? For my friend, Steelers D or Jags D? Man,
you don't have to say for your friend. If it's for you, JJ Auto, it's okay. You're allowed to admit that.
That's tough, though. I'm not playing against the Chiefs right now.
Yeah, I'm starting the Steelers here.
Me too. I'm going Steelers.
I'm going Steelers. Actually, I'd probably drop the Steelers and pick someone else and start them up.
No, the Patriots are not the offensive juggernaut they once were. They play such a steady game now where
they're run it down their throats.
Of course they are. And they're going to throw dink and dunk passes over there to Jimmy White.
Going to win this game by 3.
I love the Jags D the rest of the year, just not against Patty Mahomes and the boys.
Yeah.
Agreed.
All right. Big Ben or Jared Goff?
It's
Ben for me.
I'm going to go Jared Goff.
Yeah. It's all on me now.
Yep. You're the tiebreaker, pal.
I'm going to say Jared Goff.
All right. Josh DeRazio, Cup or Gordon? I'll go Cup.
Cooper Kupp. Love Cup. Cooper Kupp, Josh DeRazio.
Deshaun Watson or Russell Wilson?
Oh, Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson's going to blow up this week.
I'll go Deshaun on that one. All right. So here on Instagram, March7569. What's up? Thanks for joining. Josh Jacobs, better or worse fantasy-wise without a B? Probably worse, but I don't know that it matters that much.
It doesn't matter.
Volume's still going to be there. I mean, this was already going to be probably one of the bottom half offenses in the league. Volume's still going to be there. Just fewer scoring opportunities than we're already.
18 plus touches a game. That's all I asked for.
From Miguel, Fuller, Westbrook, or Anderson in PPR?
I'm going Dede Westbrook.
Repeat it one more time. You
Fuller, said Westbrook, or Anderson in PPR?
Definitely not Anderson. That Bills defense, that Bills pass defense. I'm not messing with what is it, Tre'Davious White? Not messing with him.
He's a little banged up too.
So yeah, I'm actually going to go Will Fuller.
Westbrook.
I just like that stack on Monday Night Football against the Saints.
Mack or Duke in a PPR?
Mack
attack.
Mack attack. All right. From Wiggins World. What's up, Wiggins World?
What up, Wiggy?
Emmanuel Sanders or Corey Davis? Bucky's going to say Sanders.
I'm going to go Emmanuel Sanders.
Yeah, we're all going Sanders on that one. That's an easy one for us. We got to Mack over Duke. Good there. Here we go. Phil Lindsay or Nyheim Hines, Tater?
I'm going Phil Lindsay.
All day.
I mean, Hines. I mean, he's going to have his role, and if they fall behind early in against the Chargers, then he's good for maybe somewhere around 6 to 10 points in a PPR. But yeah, I'm going Phil Lindsay all day against that Raiders defense.
Yeah, all day Phil Lindsay for me. Well, let's see. We got Thielen or Edelman this week in a non-PPR.
Thielen. The kiss Thielen. Woo!
Yeah, I'll go Thielen over Edelman this week in even a non-PPR.
I just like that. I feel like that's going to be a high-scoring game between the Falcons and the Vikings.
Yeah, I agree. Duke Johnson or Derrick Henry from Josh.
You know, Josh is saying you got to take Henry. Again, I mean, I don't know if it's a PPR or a standard. If it's a PPR, I'm actually going to lean towards Duke Johnson, and that makes it easy. Now, if it's a standard, that's when it gets a little bit trickier, but I just feel as if that game between the Texans and the Saints is going to be much higher scoring than the Titans and the Browns. And I feel like the Browns' defensive unit up front could put a stop to that rushing game for the Titans. And if that's the case, then Derrick Henry is going to have a rough day.
Yeah, I'm going Henry over Duke. It's close for me though. I'm just not a Duke believer, Tate. You know that.
I know, but I mean, are we sure that Carlos Hyde even is really fully integrated with the playbook there in Houston yet?
No.
So I'm going to go with Duke.
All right, fair. Calvin Ridley or Corey Davis? Nikki J on Instagram. What's up, dude?
Calvin Ridley. I mean, it's nothing against Corey Davis. I promise everybody, it's nothing against Corey Davis. It's just I don't trust Marcus Mariota.
Yeah, I'll go Ridley as well. Don't trust Mariota either. Vazquez, what's up, man? Thanks for joining us again.
Hey, yo, Adrian.
What's up?
What's up, buddy?
Golladay, Cup, or Duke Johnson in a PPR from Dylan on Instagram.
Golladay, Cup, or Duke Johnson?
Yes, sir. I'm going Cup.
You know, if Patrick Peterson isn't playing today, I'm still going to go Cup.
Peterson is not playing. Okay.
I'm still going to go Cup.
All right, I'm going Cup as well. Tate agrees. Robbie Anderson or Singletary in a flex PPR from John.
Robbie Anderson or Singletary in a flex? Devin Singletary. That's easy for me.
Singletary all day over Robbie Anderson. CQ headed to Ray J soon. What are you waiting on, man? The game's you should have been there 2 hours ago. It's good to hear. Go Bucks. Can't wait to meet you.
Was that CJ?
Yeah. Corey Davis, not the biggest fan either.
Vasquez, what's going on, man?
Vasquez has returned. All right, Robert Stanley, make me feel better about drafting Mark Ingram as my running back one. What's his outlook for the season? I don't know what to say about the season, but I still like him today against the Miami Dolphins for sure.
I love him today. You're gonna be very happy for a while.
After I have one beer, I would probably be very high.
Did you order beers while you were up there?
No, should I have?
I'm gonna go do that while you.
I can't handle all this. Technology is not my
Yeah,
friend.
We're gonna have to take a break on IG, but I can definitely keep us going here, Buck, on YouTube. So
technology and Buck.
Let me get some of these out here real quick on Instagram. From Graham, who do you think is winning? Jets, Bills. I'm going Bills.
I like Sam Darnold, but I'm gonna go with the Bills. I'm going.
Have you ever seen a shirt stretched out like that before?
All right.
Look at this thing. This thing is hanging on by a thread right now, baby, just like me and my Bills lot.
Whose Instagram is better, Odell Beckham Jr. or Antonio Brown?
Antonio Brown.
Brown.
Yeah.
If you're talking about entertainment, definitely AB.
Self-destruction.
It is crazy when you think about recording a private conversation between you and your head coach, making a highly edited video about like your redemption. What redemption? Who was against Antonio Brown in Oakland?
Right.
Like what? The forces at play make no sense, and the decision making is so questionable from AB.
It really is.
But I love it. Like, give me more of this.
It's great for Instagram
because what's going to happen in New England? Like, this is a trial by fire type of situation with New England.
I agree. I think he succeeds though.
I don't know what in the hell happened there in Oakland. It makes zero sense. I mean, by the way, it's illegal to record a conversation
in California
without the other person's consent. So Antonio Brown broke the law, made a highly edited video, and put it on YouTube. I mean, it was really weird because you heard John Gruden also singing his praises. I mean, it's not like John Gruden was calling him a piece of shit. He should just cut this shit out. You're a great football player. Get on the field.
Yeah, no, it's like the liar scene.
You hate it.
Quit breaking the law, asshole.
All right, Phil Carberry, Brady or Garoppolo?
With all these options, I'm going to go Brady.
Yeah, give me. Yeah, I mean, I'm never gonna pick Jimmy G over Tommy.
I'm going Brady.
I can't do it.
I'm
I
going
can't
Brady.
do it. Even though
I do like Garoppolo against the Bucks today.
I will say, if this was a handsome off, it's Garoppolo.
Yeah.
Garoppolo is the more handsome man.
Tommy still looks pretty good though for his age.
Tom, he kisses his kids on the lips.
That's weird.
You know.
All right, let's get to some more questions. Nick is in Survivor. There's 75 people in the Survivor pool. Tate didn't get in. Bucky's in. 75 people. That's a lot of loot in there. But Diggs, Dede, Breda, or Gordon in my flex. Full PPR from L. Poulsen. Diggs
Breda,
or Gordon.
I'm going to go Diggs if he's playing.
I'm going Diggs. He is playing. Thanks for the false info earlier. F. Antonio Brown, Kirk, Sutton, or Breda from Memphis Bear.
Christian Kirk.
I'll go Kirk.
Yeah, I'm going to go Kirk.
Bucky.
What's the question? Kirk, Sutton, Breda.
Yep.
Flex, full PPR. I'm gonna go Breda against the Bucks.
You know, I'm not going to say Bucky convinced me, but it's really tough between Breda and Kirk. In fact, I'm guaranteed touches. I'm actually going to retract my pick. I'm going to go with Breda.
Okay. From JJ Auto on YouTube, Seahawks D or Rams D?
Seahawks
D for me.
No AJ Green. Andy Dalton's going to struggle.
Yeah, and that whole team is going to struggle.
Not to mention they lost their first round pick for the season. The left tackle, I think it was Jonas Williams. So, Adrian Vasquez. I drafted Antonio Brown for whatever reason this draft. Had to sit him week 1. Should I start Westbrook or Michael Gallup?
Dede Westbrook.
Dede.
I'm going to go Dede Westbrook. Yep. Agreed.
Rudolph or Njoku on Instagram, Fantasy Man 1974.
Njoku. I think Irv Smith plays a role.
I'm going to go to Njoku as well.
I will go Njoku, but yeah.
I don't think Irv Smith plays much of a role though. I think
Why not?
He's a rookie tight end, and I thought if they were if they really wanted to get Irv Smith on the field, they would have released or traded Rudolph. They didn't. Rudolph is still a more than viable veteran option. I think he's going to be just fine, but I'm still going to go Njoku today.
Okay.
I'll go Njoku today for sure. All right, Varun, what's up, dude? T.Y. Hilton or DJ Moore or Emmanuel Sanders in a PPR?
That's going to be an Emmanuel Sanders for me, dog.
We are all in on Emmanuel Sanders today. This is scary.
I love Emmanuel Sanders, to be completely honest with you.
I'm high on Emmanuel Sanders. I'm going with him too. Levy, tilt that laptop just a little bit down.
Yeah,
there we go.
I don't want to go.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking for you.
Look at you. A lot of people say you're not a thinker, but my man, you are a thinker.
I don't think they care on Instagram, so it's all good.
Yeah, no, I got you.
I'm kidding, Tate. You're very sharp.
Thanks, partner. Josh DeRazio, will Rashad Penny have any fantasy value this year? Absolutely. I think I think he's going to have value. I think he's more. Hopefully, in theory, they're going to take his production from his rookie season and Mike Davis's from last season and become kind of the pass-catching option out of the backfield there for Russell Wilson in Seattle. Hopefully that's the case. I still think he's going to be somewhere around a running back 3, though.
No, I completely agree with you here. It's Rashad Penny. It all depends on whether or not Chris Carson is truly going to be the lion's share back. And I don't see that playing out. I do see this as a 50-50 split. I think Rashad Penny will have fantasy value. I think Rashad Penny probably has 6 touchdowns this year. So
with upside.
Yeah, with upside.
All right, from JJ, George Kittle or Evan Ingram? Kittle all day.
Ooh,
you say all day.
I don't know, buddy.
I mean, last year he played against this exact same Buccaneers defense, and I think he only went for 6 receptions for 48 yards. I mean, I know it's a different year. Garoppolo's under center. But Evan Ingram is much better without Odell Beckham Jr. in the lineup if you look over his entire career. And there's no Golden Tate. Shepard's really the only other pass catcher, not named Saquon Barkley, that's going to be at Eli Manning's disposal. That being said, if you drafted Kittle, I'm going with Kittle.
Yeah.
That's the thing here. It's the cost analysis of the situation.
Let me get to some of these on Instagram from Scott, Tyrell Williams or John Brown. It's hard to see with this background.
Tyrell Williams.
I'll go Tyrell. Tate.
Tyrell Williams. I want to see how the target shares shake out there in Buffalo today.
Yeah, and I think let's just talk about Buffalo receivers for a minute. This is sneaky a talented group right here. Like very sneaky a talented group. Now we're lacking at tight end substantially, but I do feel John Brown will play a key role, but Cole Beasley I think is going to shock some people out there.
Cole Beasley's having a day today.
I think Beasley is actually a great buy in DFS.
DFS, buy him. All right, let's see. Darren Waller and Njoku. I'm going Waller from Alex.
I'm still going to go Njoku. I think we're overreacting to Darren Waller. I mean, I get that there's upside, but
for me, it's Waller.
I'm going Waller. All right. So
I like Waller. It's just, man, I mean, you guys are putting a lot of faith in Darren Waller, and we haven't seen really diddly poo from him. I mean,
fair.
I mean,
I did not think we were going to get a diddly poo out of you today.
And well, you got it. So, all right. So, Shoddy McThoddy, Ridley or Will Fuller? Oh,
Ridley.
I mean, that Vikings pass defense is pretty good, though.
That passing offense is pretty damn good in its own right.
Will Fuller's healthy. I'm going to go with Will Fuller. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game again. Saints versus Texans.
Okay,
we got
fair.
beer coming.
Good
Life is good.
I'm going to keep banging that drum.
Should I play James Washington against the Pats from Anthony on Instagram?
Depends on what your other options are.
Yeah, what are your other options?
He's worth a flyer.
I think he's like, if we're talking about Christian Kirk, I think James Washington is right in that same conversation in terms of where they are career-wise as well as in their scheme.
T.Y. Hilton or Dede, half point.
T.Y. Hilton. Dede? T.T.
Yeah.
Dede. Oh, man, too many TDs.
Dede Westbrook.
I'm gonna go Westbrook today. Kansas City should put up points, and Dede Westbrook's the only pass catcher I trust.
Wow, you're going Dede over T.Y. Hilton
today.
All right, today you are. Tate is going on the Dede side there.
See, I still lean Hilton, but as you've seen throughout this show, I am high on Dede Westbrook.
That pass defense there for Los Angeles Chargers is no joke either.
I'm excited. I'm about to get this ice cold beer in me.
Oh,
we got less than an hour.
No, so this was me pretty much. I've been laying in bed for a while.
Yeah.
Doing the first hour of this show. Now I'm going to pop right out of bed, get myself an ice cold beer, and deliver probably the best 40 minutes of podcasting that's ever been done.
I need a sec, boys, so cover me.
We can cover you. What do we got?
So Vasquez, here we go.
With Boyd being new number one receiver in Cincinnati, is he a start or a sit? So I have a lot of questions about Tyler Boyd. Number one, I don't think he has the same ability as a guy like AJ Green to get separation one-on-one and break through a double team the same way that AJ Green is able to do. That being said, Tyler Boyd is still a very productive receiver. So he's a start for me considering where you probably picked him up as your 5th or 6th round pick. He's your wide receiver 2, I'm assuming, or a flex option. I think he's a fine starter there because I don't see Cincinnati being a great defense. So they will have to throw the football.
Yeah.
And their offensive line is in shambles. So let's hope that Tyler Boyd is that separating factor.
I think he's a great wide receiver 2 this year. I don't think he's good enough to be the wide receiver 1 on your team, but all right, I need options, or I need a flex. Options are James White, Singletary, Latavius Murray, Will Fuller, and Landry.
Those are great options, and I am in between on this particular question, James White and Devin Singletary.
Yeah.
Is this a PPR dumbbell? Can you let us know? Full point PPR right below it. Okay, I'm going to go James White here.
I kind of want to go Landry.
See,
I always lean running back, but this is an interesting one.
I like Jimmy White. Give me old Jimmy.
All right. Slipping Jimmy. Bucky's going with slipping Jimmy.
Don't slip the Jimmy.
I'm going Singletary.
You're going Singletary, huh?
Yeah.
I almost want to go Landry. I'm going Singletary as well. We finally got our beers.
All right, so full point, even with a full point PPR, I mean, that would give a little bit of an advantage dumbbell to James White. I mean, obviously, I'm assuming your name is not Dumbbell, but I'm just going to call you Dumbbell because that's what the user says. So
yes,
I'm still going to roll with Devin Singletary, though. I just believe in this kid's talent. They let go of LaShawn McCoy for a reason.
All right, fair enough. Moving on, James Washington or Calvin Ridley?
Oh, Calvin Ridley. I mean, I think it's Ridley in a landslide. I mean, until we see what James Washington, his role is going to be on a weekly basis.
Yeah, I'm going Ridley over Washington as well.
Yeah, give me Calvin Ridley.
All right, from Sahil, I believe it's Sahil. Gurley or Jones as a flex?
Gurley.
Gurley. All day.
How have we gotten to the point where we're asking if we start Todd Gurley in the flex?
Yeah. Is this Marvin Jones? Is this Ronald Jones?
I'm assuming it is definitely Marvin Jones.
Yeah, I'm going Gurley all day, man. Gurley.
If it's Julio Jones, we got a conversation, I guess. But then your team just must be stacked beyond belief.
Yeah, don't play in 8-man leagues.
Wiggins World. It's still good to have the old crew back together.
I know. We got less than an hour, man. We got to order some wings.
I'm gonna hold off until noon to get the wings.
I'm not.
So you're gonna eat and broadcast live? How rude!
I'm starving, Buck.
Man, you should have had a slice of deep dish like I did this morning.
Oh man, smart man.
So until we get some more questions, you guys want to talk a little bit of DFS? Or I'm assuming Levy though, and I know someone's going to ask eventually, what heaters do you have today as far as teasers teed up?
Oh, I'll have to pull them up, man. We got to see what I got going.
Right now, we are both on Ravens -6.5. We're on Chiefs -3. We have a 4-team parlay, money line parlay, which is looking like Ravens, Chiefs, Browns, Cowboys. That's the heat rock right there, folks.
Yes.
That's
cooked
that
up by
good
yours
stuff.
truly.
That's exactly what you're looking for.
I did cook up a teaser for you as well, Tate. While I'm looking this up, we got another question here from Austin.
Austin U.
Singletary or Barber?
Singletary.
Devin Singletary.
Yeah, all day.
Motor. We need to keep calling him Motor. We need to really promote that name.
It's a great nickname.
Can I give you credit, both of you, for your job with these questions? It makes my job so much easier to have these questions there, and it makes do the viewers enjoy the nice little banners we have on there?
It is nice.
Yeah. We stepped the production value up for you folks.
I mean, if anything, too, with WAD, though, sometimes we both have access to the chat board, and I'll put show, and then Levy will do the same thing. So we end up kind of jockeying for position here on the live stream, control board. But yes, I do love the new look. And by the way, shout out to Sam Holt with the little banner down at the bottom of the screen with the Fantasy Focus Hooters logo. It looks fresh, it looks clean. Got to give her some love. By the way, the Fantasy Debate with Sam and Tate, one of our other shows here on Fantasy Focus, we go live on YouTube 10 p.m. every Wednesday. So we'll be answering more of your fantasy questions in the middle of the week.
Absolutely. It's a great show. I got to appear for you once.
You did. You subbed in for me.
Are you ready for my teaser?
Let's do it.
This is a 6.5 pointer. So I'm taking the Ravens -1 against the Dolphins. I got the Chiefs +2.5 at the Jags. And then I got the Falcons +9.5.
Just looking at that card is terrifying.
Mine?
Yeah. Don't show me that again.
Oh, you mean all these?
Get that card away from me. We got a couple more questions here. So Damo, shout out Damo, one of the greats. What are your thoughts on the Bears using Monty moving forward? I don't know what the hell they're doing moving forward, to be completely honest.
I mean, look at the snap count. That's concerning. They need to give him the ball. We got a Bears fan here.
Why is he out touched? Why did he be out touched?
I don't understand because David Montgomery, we all watched that opening game, right? I'm assuming you guys watched almost every snap of that Packers-Bears game.
Yeah.
To me, I thought David Montgomery, no offense to Mike Davis, it was just tough sledding on the ground, but I thought Montgomery by far looked the best of all the running backs when the ball was in his hands.
He did.
I mean, do what you want, Matt Nagy. If you want to line up Tariq Cohen all over the formation, that's fine. But give David Montgomery more touches. He deserves more touches. In fact, he made a hell of a catch going up the seam. I don't understand why David Montgomery didn't see more work, including Anthony Miller. By the way, Anthony Miller got outsnapped by Javon Wims.
We actually talked about you this morning. We were talking trash about you, Tate.
We were.
Why?
Because you started Anthony Miller in
I
a
did start Anthony Miller.
12-team standard league.
Yep. And
what were you thinking?
What do you mean? I mean, do I know what John Brown's role is going to be? Do I know what Marquise Hollywood Brown's role is going to be? I really thought that a guy who led the Bears in receiving touchdowns last year was going to have a bigger role heading into his second season. And instead, they rolled in Cordero Patterson, Javon Wims, and played Tariq Cohen in the slot. How the hell? I got Matt Nagy'd on week 1.
Okay.
That's all.
That's fair.
I'm sorry.
Bucky,
right.
What are your thoughts on John Brown? What's your synopsis?
So do you remember before the Masters tournament where Phil Mickelson was driving in his Suburban and talking into the camera as he went down towards the clubhouse there in Augusta? And he kept talking about hitting bombs. That's what we're going to do with John Brown this year. Josh Allen, best arm in the league. His accuracy is a bit questionable, to be honest. But a bit questionable, to be honest. So week to week, it's going to be hard to really gauge where he's at. However, if you are looking at, a group of players with potential replacements for Johnny Brown, and you think about the upside for John Brown, hit bombs. Just go deep to John Brown. I think John Brown finishes with 950 plus yards, but I don't think his reception count is going to be too high. And I also have a bit of fear about consistency week to week. But overall, I'm very intrigued. I love the guy's talent. And, I'm looking forward to watching this Bills team here in 38 minutes. Oh, my God.
We're almost there.
We are getting there, guys. Almost. We have a couple more questions. We do have Matthew Grella. I think I said that correctly. Robbie Anderson or Miles Sanders in a standard format?
Bob.
Give me Bob. Rude boy Bob.
No, this
2.
is not the rude Bob. This is not rude boy Bob. This is Bobbert Anderson.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Robbie Anderson, even though I don't like the matchup very much. So, and by the way, we did find out who the username Dumbbell is. Usar Joe.
Oh my goodness, one of the OGs.
Oh,
the
nice.
back.
Welcome back.
Oh, I love you guys. I love each and every one of you. It's
Here-
like being with your best buds.
Our boy Kyle on Instagram wants to know. Yes, it's great to be back with all you guys again. Appreciate all the support as always. From Kyle, not able to tune in live, so just send us a message. Emmanuel Sanders at Oakland or Josh Gordon versus Pitt, standard league.
Ooh, standard. I might go Gordon in a standard.
I'm going Gordon.
I'm gonna go Sanders.
Ooh,
High
I
on
don't see
Sanders.
that happening.
I'm high on Sanders this week, boys.
Tate, you're a grown ass man now.
Yeah, I've grown up. Not just picking Joshy Gord piece blindly anymore.
Yeah, just blanket Gordon.
Justin Davis, thanks for joining us. Flex spot, Juju or Carry on Johnson? Oh no, this one breaks my soul because I love both of these guys.
Is this PPR, Justin? Can you let us know? Because that changes things a bit. If it's standard, it's Carry on. If it is PPR, it's Juju. Easy.
I agree with that, and if it's a half-point PPR, then I don't know what to do.
Flip a coin. Like I don't have good advice when you have that that good of a scenario going on with that tough of a decision.
Yeah, I'm going Juju.
Standard. So it's standard. I'm gonna go Carry on Johnson here.
Agreed. I'll go Carry on.
All right, here's a question on Instagram from Hoptastic. Who to start, Breda at Tampa Bay or Geis at Philly? I'm going
Breda.
Geis. I'm going
Breda.
Geis.
It's Breda for me, dog.
Breda. AP's out.
I'm gonna go Geis. I'm gonna go Geis just strictly
Nothing.
because AP is out, and it looks like they're gonna go ahead and give him the early down work.
Oh, we got an AP. Just was a scratch.
Healthy
Healthy
scratch.
scratch.
People are pissed about it.
Yeah, healthy scratch for AP.
Whoa.
Uh,
Man, you guys need to learn how to drink beers over here this week.
what do you mean? You're only a half a beer ahead of me.
Just trying to
All right, Damo
set
dropped
the pace here.
Watkins to pick up Shepard. Good move or bad move?
It's always a good move when you drop the glass man.
I mean, I would do that move, but I feel like there was someone else you could have dropped.
No, I much prefer Sterling Shepard this year to Sammy the Glassman Watkins.
I always prefer that.
Glass
Agreed.
always breaks. I broke a wine glass when I was cleaning it the other night. Cut my
You didn't
hand.
take me as a wine guy.
All right, we got you guys back.
Buddy, you gotta have the wine when you're dating. If you don't have wine back at the crib, how in the world are you gonna follow through on the hey? Would you like to watch Netflix? We can watch Love, great, fantastic series on Netflix. You gotta have the wine and the cheese. If you don't have 4 different types of cheese in your fridge at all times with assorted crackers, I prefer the Toasteds by Keebler. Phenomenal set of crackers. You got
Great
butters.
crackers.
You have the multigrains. It's a great set.
All right, fair.
Big wine guy.
Heisenberger,
Heisenberger's back.
love it.
Welcome back, Heisenberger. Drop Kareem Hunt for Gore or Thompson? No.
I wouldn't either.
I'm assuming that's Chris Thompson, not Darwin Thompson, right?
I mean, you drafted Kareem Hunt for a reason, right?
My perspective is this. Number one, I think the Browns have the best offense out of all of those potential options, right? So no matter what, when Kareem Hunt comes back, week 8, I drafted Kareem Hunt. I drafted him late in a league, and I'm more than happy to just sit and hold out and hope for the best once he comes back because he is a dynamic talent. I'm not as high on him as you and Tate are.
I don't have him in a single league, which is very weird.
That is weird because you guys are both extremely high on him. So
Yeah,
Chris Thompson. Yeah. So it is Chris Thompson. Thank you, Heisenberger. I'm here. I say you keep Kareem Hunt. However, Frank Gore to me is a very intriguing prospect. We'll know more after this game to see what Devin Singletary can do.
So I will throw this at you guys, though. Now that we know that Adrian Peterson is a healthy scratch, what are our thoughts on Chris Thompson? Because I think that maybe defines the roles a little bit more clearly between Darius Geis, the early down back, more than likely, and Chris Thompson still rolling in there on third downs and a change of pace player.
He's still a good PPR back, Chris Thompson.
Listen, this smash mouth they're playing has got me
yeah.
feeling some type of way. Like, give me Chris Thompson. I mean, no, I'm just kidding. I might start Chris Thompson for Lil Big Wheel now.
This week.
I might have to. Lil Big Wheel over. Hey, I have one for you for Lil Big Wheel. Chris Thompson over DK Metcalf. Yes or no? Tate. That's from Lil Big Wheel.
That's a me. Yes.
I don't know. That Cincinnati pass defense is not very good.
That's kind of why I'm leaning DK and I got him in there right now.
I mean,
I want to see the young boy flow and shine out there.
You want to play upside, go with DK. If you're trying to hit a home run, if you're looking to make sure you get 3 to 5 points, then it is Chris Thompson.
Chris Thompson.
But I mean, guys, that Philadelphia defense, I think you guys are sleeping on that. Philly defense with Case Keenum getting the start with the number 1 receiver being Terry McLaurin. It's going to get ugly, boys.
But is Terry McLaurin like really the number 1? Because I think it's Trey Quinn.
It's Paul Richardson.
Or Paul Rich.
No, it's Trey Quinn. Let's
Paul Richardson.
Folks, if you got Trey Quinn, if you don't have him, number 1, go out and get him. You want him.
Trey Quinn. Get him.
Oh.
All right, here we go. This is a good one from Wiggins. Darius Geis or Josh Jacobs in the flex?
Josh Jacobs.
I'm going Darius Geis.
It's equally dookie, but I'm going to go Josh Jacobs.
All right.
For this week, I don't like either of their matchups. You're
Dude,
going against the Denver and Philadelphia defenses. I don't like.
Hoping you dropped a diddly poo on us again.
Yeah. So CJ, thanks for joining us. Jones Jr., Josh Gordon, or Diggs for the wide receiver 2. Not sure about Diggs due to the injury report. If Diggs is a go, I'm going with Diggs in week 1 against the Falcons.
If Diggs is going, it's Diggs. Otherwise, it's Josh Gordon for me.
Right.
All right, here's an interesting one from Rock Out.
Oh, yeah. Full PPR, Dookie Johnson or Damian Williams. I'm going to go Damian Williams, even though I don't like the matchup against the Jaguars defense, but I still don't know what Duke Johnson's role is going to be. So I'm going to go with Damian Williams.
It's Damian Williams.
Confidently. Very confidently. No question for me.
Damian Williams.
I'm not a Duke Johnson guy. You guys are way too high on him.
Damn, I'm looking at
Way
those
too
new
hard.
Jets. Those new Jets uniforms are classy.
They're pretty nice.
The green helmet looks great. And it's sad to know that they're going to have to lose today to the Buffalo Bills.
Bucky and the Bills. But Bucky and the Bills. All right, CJ, Jacobs or Eckler in the flex? I'm going Austin Eckpiece over Jacobs.
Eckler. I can't be higher on Eckler.
Very high on Eckler.
What do you got? Do you guys like Justin Jackson as a play on DraftKings today at 4,000?
Yes, it's a good $4,000 price.
4,000 is a really good price for him.
Yeah. I still think they're going to split work there. That's going to be a split backfield. They're not just going to hand the keys over to Austin Eckler. Hell, they weren't handing the keys over to Melvin Gordon last year. So I think it's still going to be a split backfield. Jared Woodward. Thanks for joining us, Jared. Pat Mahomes or Brady?
Mahomes, buddy.
Mahomes all day.
No.
Twice on Sunday.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes, man. I mean, I love Brady. He's the GOAT. But if we're talking fantasy, it's Patty Mahomes.
Patty Holmes. Let's go.
I got to stop calling him Patty. It's Patrick Mahomes. Wiggins World, what's the over-under for the amount of beers Bucky will drink today? Does anybody have the line?
I would set it at like at least 11.5.
That's low. That is extremely low.
It's going to be a long day of football, man.
I'm taking the over.
Buddy, I don't work tomorrow. You got to understand that. This is my work right now. And then the real work comes right after this.
I'm going to go get us a pitcher. I'll be right back.
You hit the bad knee there. You hit the bad knee. That's good radio.
Bucky's questionable for the rest of the show.
Not injured. I'll through this with you, Tate. I would put my over under personally at 17.5. I've had one 17.5. So we'll see, and we will update the viewers, but I have a bad feeling going over. Yeah,
if you're setting it at 15 as the over under, I'm gonna go over. That's a long day of football ahead of you, pal, and I know you can throw them back. In fact, the only thing is that I'm a little jealous. I can't join you, man. I'm gonna be covering the NFL now, so I can't join you in drinking drinks. Or drinking.
The only thing that I care about is what it needs to be Regin at about a super cold, and then I'm throwing him back, just like Andrew Worth, just throwing him back.
So, Levy, we set the over under at 15 for Buck and his beers. What do you think?
I'm gonna start tracking. I think he's already gotten 2, right?
No, 1 beer.
Yeah, but do we count the ones from this morning when we woke up? Or
no, those don't count.
Okay.
What? Those are preliminary beers. Those are lead-in beers.
Bucky and I, he said he had to get lubed before we got here. All right. Does Singletary returning kicks scare you regarding fumbles? He didn't return a kick in the preseason. No, I'm not scared until I seen him do it.
It is what it is. I'm not worried about fumbles because these guys are all professionals, and I assume that they can catch a football.
Shane, thanks for joining us, man. Shane King.
King, how you doing, buddy?
First time caller, long time listener. Hope so.
Y'all name me no King.
Eckler or Shepard?
Erkler. He's got Austin Erkler or Sherman. Austin Erkler or Sherman, and amphibious forever. You know, being amphibious is one of the hardest things. What is it when you go on land and sea? I can't think of it. Thank you, Shane King. You'll never be forgotten. Legend. I'm going Eckler here.
Eckler all day.
Eckler. It's a clean sweep.
Jared.
We already took care of this one.
Pat
Mahomes or Tom Brady's. It's Pat Mahomes. Rock out. Diggs or Landry or Robbie Anderson. I'm going Diggs if he's playing.
Diggs if he's playing. He's playing as of now.
Yeah, I mean, we need to if he's playing. It looks he's a go today, so it's Diggs.
Injury timeout for Bucky.
I'm telling you, so folks, I got a bad knee, and it's quite swollen at this point. And Levy just put a full-on elbow directly into it there on his dismount from the chair.
Rams or Vikings? Rams or Vikings? Is this a defense? I'm assuming yes.
Yeah.
I love how the preface is standard too, Jared. Thank you for clarifying that. Not a PPR defense. I'm going to go Rams. Rams defense.
I'm going Rams against Cam.
I'm feeling like California on this one. Los Angeles Rams. I just want to say the smell in here right now is driving me wild. I need chicken wings. I need curly fries. I need the all seasoning salt. Where's the all seasoning?
I think the servers are avoiding us because they think we're too busy answering questions.
We are busy.
Wow.
But you got the pillar of seasoning salt. Folks, look at this right here. Do you see this? If you don't put a quarter of a jar of this on every order you get at Hooters, you're probably going to live a lot longer than me, but you're not going to live as pure as I am. Okay.
I'm very jealous that you guys are there right now. I wish I was joining with you.
So this is just a plug for Hooters. The pillar of all seasoning salt, unbelievable. Put it on your curlies.
We need a defense.
Even if you get a salad, if you want to opt for a salad, put it on it.
We need a defense here from Westavelli, whatever.
I love this name.
Saints, Jets, Bills, Colts, or 49ers. I'm not going against the Bucks. I don't want any part of going
Start
against
the
them.
Bills. just throw it. Throw everything the way.
I'm going Bills against the Jets. I'll take the Bills here.
I'm going to go. I'm going to go 49ers defense. I don't trust the offensive line for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
But that's been the same concern, and they were the best passing offense in the league last year.
I just see this one possibly being a low-scoring one, fellas. I hate saying that, but
I just like the Bills all season. Like they're my team that no one was really going after.
Bills actually gave up the fewest passing yards in the league last year, which is, I was kind of shocked to learn that earlier. That's crazy.
Seahawks D. I like the Seahawks D.
Of course, I like the Seahawks defense.
They got a good matchup this week.
Well, and it's a Pete Carroll coach team. They're going to be prepared. They're going to be well prepped, and this is a team that goes out there and executes.
Not to mention they got Jadeveon Clowney as highway robbery.
Yes.
Let's talk about that trade for a minute, Tate. I want your take on just how cheap they got him for.
How did this happen? They were going to get a compensatory pick anyway if Clowney didn't play as a third-round pick. So instead, you trade him and you have to pay Clowney. I'm absolutely mind-blowing some of the moves that the Texans made. They gave up 2 firsts for Laramie Tunsil, gave away Jadeveon Clowney for peanuts. Awful. But I still like the Texans. They're still going to compete, especially with no Andrew Luck in that division anymore. It's ripe for the taking.
I agree.
Agreed.
And Seahawks defense today, I do like their defense quite a bit against Andy Dalton with no AJ Green.
I see Dumbbell, aka USAR Joe. We need a tent for Bucky. I could use an injury tent. Check me for. Actually, I don't want to be anywhere near a doctor. Let's stay away from doctors for the time being.
Standard flex: Derrick Henry or Curtis Samuels, or Samuel.
Derrick Henry. Still Derrick Henry, even though I don't like him against that Browns defense. Still Derrick
Why are
Henry.
you doing this in the flex, though?
In a standard, it's Henry. Yep.
Let's go, Henry. Fire him up.
Westavelli. Or is that just like a winky face? I
think
know
it's a
what
winky face.
I don't know what that is. Is that like I'm surprised face? A lot of questions.
So how are we doing on Instagram, Levy, as far as questions go?
Well, it times out after 30 minutes, so I didn't start a new one.
We only got about 20 minutes till kickoff, boys. It's only 20 minutes till kickoff.
I know. I'm ready to order some wings.
Stop rubbing that in my face, but yes, Hooters does have delicious wings.
Yes.
Gosh. Is Helen there today?
No sight of Helen.
No Helen. Okay. Had to give her a shout out real quick if she was there. Or Q. If Q's there, tell Q what up.
All right, so I'm going back live on Instagram here for a few. We'll wrap up. Let's wrap up at in 10 minutes, Tate, so that I can check my 14 lineups real quick one last time. Maybe put an order of wings.
So, folks, we got 10 minutes. Get your questions.
Get those questions in if you got them.
What do you got?
Who will have a bigger impact on Denver? No Sean Moreno or Monty Ball?
This is phenomenal. This is all right. So, number one.
That's a great question.
It's Monty Ball. It's always been Monty Ball. I
Ball
drafted Monty Ball
player.
3rd overall in a dynasty league that we're still a part of. Little big wheel, keep on turning. Monty Ball.
Hey,
great question, Grella.
Monty Ball.
Yeah, unfortunately, Monty Ball pick in that aforementioned dynasty league for Bucky has set back the little big wheel 3 or 4 years, unfortunately.
Yeah,
well, it used to be the big wheel, and then because I drafted Monty Ball, it became the little big wheel, and now it's the little big wheel.
Philip, I'm going Chiefs over Jags. I don't know if you're talking about defense. I'll still take the Chiefs defense over the Jags D this week only. I got a lot of units on the Chiefs -3, so they better come through for me. Bucky, Tater.
I didn't catch you there. Can you? I had it broke up for a quick second.
Oh, Chiefs or Jags. I don't know if we're talking defense or just in general. The spread's 3 points, Derek. If you were a betting man.
Oh, 3-point spread. I'm definitely gonna go Chiefs. I mean,
Chiefs.
AFC Championship appearance last year. I do like the Jags to have a bounce back year with Foles under center, and I think that defense is going to be very good. I think they're going to be elite again, but I'm not going with the Jags today against Patrick Mahomes. Cheesy Rogers 8.
Someone's red zone not working.
What's your guy's red zone screen say? Let me go ahead and check it up real quick.
Tate, do you even have red zone out there in Cadillac, Michigan? Hey,
grow up. I've got Game Pass and red zone. Yes. Grow up.
Not sure what my red zone screen says because here at Hooters, you have every single game on separate television.
Yeah, we don't need red zone today.
Enjoy the environment. Get any game you want. Appropriately signage going on with the different games here. All sorts of good stuff. But Grella, I got to just say one more time, I did not think I was going to have to think about Monty Ball today. So I want to thank you because you know what? Sometimes heroes are lost. That's all.
All right, rock out. I made a bad trade this week when I was drunk. God, I love sentences that start that way. I traded Dalvin Cook and Kerryon Johnson for Zeke and Singletary.
Love it. Love the trade. Love that trade. I think that's a good trade.
I personally think that Dalvin Cook and Kerryon Johnson is a wash. Dalvin Cook and Kerryon for Zeke. So Zeke is the best player in that trade, and then you get Singletary, who I think can pop as a running back too this year.
Yeah, I'm fine with the trade. I don't like trading Dalvin, but whatever.
Rock out. It could have been way worse. I was expecting way worse, to be honest.
I just feel like Zeke is so superior, though.
Yeah.
So superior. Like your floor for a guy like Zeke Elliott is so high compared to that of Dalvin Cook.
Chiefs or Bills, D?
It's Bills.
I'm going Bills today.
Come on, baby. Look at this shirt stretched out.
I'm going to go Bills too. I'll go Bills, D.
Easy pick. Darren Waller or Austin Hooper? Me get wins.
Yeah, me get wins. Me get wins. I'm gonna go Hooper.
I'm going Hooper here.
I'm going Hooper over Waller too. I do like Waller though. Keep him if you got him.
Oh, okay. We got a question from B. B is still with us, hanging strong. He started the show with us, and he's riding us all the way out to the very end. Bucky, is wingy the premier watching football food?
Yes. There's no match for wings when it comes to football. Football is a rugged game. Such is life while eating a chicken wing, right? This isn't for the faint of heart. You don't just show up and you enjoy the wing without putting the work in. You got to put the work in first. And not to fail to mention, celery resets the palate. Each wing, reset the palate. Get the celery. Enjoy another wing. I know, Tate, you don't eat vegetables, which is a weird move, but you know that's just part of life for you is non-vegetable life.
That's how I keep my girlish figure. I think the GOAT for football watching food is cheese fries with ranch.
Wow, cheese fries. Okay.
See,
all right.
You're wrong.
What about beer though?
Chicken wings from the original Hooters.
We got Miller Lite or Coors Light in the question here.
Miller Lite.
Wow.
I'm surprised you even had an opinion. I thought you just didn't take option C with Busch Light there.
Well, there is no option C. This is the fine folks here at Hooters.
Yes.
Frank Gore's the man. Look at that one-handed catch. Did you just see that, folks? Start Frank Gore. I just saw a one-handed catch that took me back 13 years out of Frank Gore.
I'm going Coors Light.
That's fair, folks. We got about 4 more minutes here.
All right, from Grant, he can start 2. DJ Moore, Christian Kirk, Calvin Ridley, and Sterling Shepard.
Start 2. DJ Moore, Christian Kirk, Calvin Ridley, Sterling Shepard. I got Shepard and Calvin Ridley.
I got Moore and Ridley.
I'm going Moore and Ridley.
All right, Moore and Ridley it is. All right, we got another one here from Corey Casher. DD or Locket? I'm gonna go with Tyler Locket here.
I'm gonna go with Tyler Locket as well. I like DD. DD's a nice under the radar play, but I'm gonna go with Tyler Locket. He's clearly the number one there as far as wide receivers go in Seattle.
All right. The question on Instagram there for you guys was Locket or Dede. Most of us picked Locket. So
Go Bills.
So this is why we're saying everybody should go over to Sleeper, because Dab Wizard saying ESPN Fantasy is down. They had jobs posted all damn offseason about ESPN Fantasy mobile app developers. And they're saying the app is now down and I can't start someone over Cam and I'm screwed.
Dab Wizard, are you sure you didn't have too many extra dabs this morning, buddy?
The last question here on Instagram, does anyone have Deshaun Jackson in a 12-team league? I mean, he's rosterable in 12 teams.
Absolutely, he's rosterable. But Dab Wizard, I'm on the app right now.
Yeah, it must be.
How many dabs this morning? If it's 4, keep it at 2. If it's 2, keep it at 0. It's very simple with the dab.
So is that going to go? Are you guys pretty much ready to go ahead and sign off here? I mean, this has been a hell of a first week return here for the fantasy.
I got one more for you, Tate, before we sign off. Are Sega Whiteside or Marquise Brown?
Ooh.
Hollywood Brown.
Hollywood. Go Hollywood Brown.
I'm going to go Hollywood as well here.
Week 1. I mean, I like our Sega Whiteside more long term, but if we're on week 1, yeah, I'm going with Hollywood Brown.
All right.
Dab, we're sorry you can't log in, man. That sucks.
Happy week 1 to you, Tater.
You too, guys. Enjoy. Represent for Fantasy Focus over there at the Chicago Hooters.
Dab, you're still having trouble logging in. Look, I can't log in for you, but it is working. Love you, man. And I love everybody else that supports this show. Thank you all for joining us. We'll be here every Sunday starting at 11 Eastern through 1 o'clock. Thank you all again.
Yes.
Wiggins, thanks for the shout out. Guys, again, if you are just joining us for the first time, though, on this live show, guys, hit that subscribe button, the like button on this as well. We really appreciate all the support, interaction. We love talking fantasy football with you guys. And until next time, later, says the Tater. Have a great week 1 of NFL kickoff weekend.
It's here. Go Bills.
It's here. Let's go.
Let's go.